Welcome back to Tech Insider. Today we're going to do the comparison between the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra versus the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra versus the Oppo Find X3 Pro. These three are very good flagships. If you thought that the Mi 11 was going to be the Xiaomi's top tier flagship for 2021, you were wrong. The Chinese giant just came out with Mi 11 Ultra, bringing maxed out specification to the market alongside a lot of innovation. A lot of people did not expect such an advanced phone and maybe the concurrents too. Here's a comparison between the most advanced flagship in the Android world, at least until now, the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, and the Oppo Find X3 Pro in this live stream. So let's get on with the review and the comparison. Yep. So as you can see right over here, the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra versus the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra and the Oppo Find X3 Pro. These three are one of the best. These three are the best latest flagship here for 2021. So right now the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, the Oppo Find X3 Pro right over here, and we're going to compare it with the display, processor, memory, software, connectivity, camera, battery, additional features, and the dimensions and the weight. So first of all, the dimension and the weight, we talk about the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra. So 164.3 by 74.6 by 8.4 millimeter for the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra. 234 grams also for the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra. Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra is 165.1 by 75.6 by 8.9 millimeters, 227 grams. And Oppo Find X3 Pro 163.6 by 74.0 by 8.3 millimeters, which is not 193 grams. Here the lightest is the Oppo Find X3 Pro, then the S21 Ultra and Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra. People think that um, why Xiaomi Mi Ultra is very heavy? It's because due to the big cameras on the back and there's dual or the double secondary rear display. We will talk about that in just a moment. So let's talk about the display. Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra is 6.81 inches. The resolution is 1440 by 3200 pixels. As you can see on the screen, it is Quad HD Plus and AMOLED display. For the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, it is 6.8 inches, 0.01 inches less than Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra. And then the 1440 by 3200 pixels and the Quad HD Plus AMOLED display, similar to the Mi 11 Ultra. Oppo Find X3 Pro is 6.7 inches, which is very less than these two, and 1440 by 3216 pixels and a Quad HD Plus AMOLED LTPO display. So processor is Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 octa-core 2.84 GHz for Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, and Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra is Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 octa-core 2.84 GHz, same. But when we go to the European version, the Samsung Exynos 2100 octa-core 2.9 GHz. So the problem when we compare the Snapdragon and the Exynos, Snapdragon is one of the best processor here for the smartphones, and Snapdragon 888 octa-core 2.84 GHz for the Find X3 Pro also. So all the same, when you take the European version, I am saying that don't buy it. It's not good. Snapdragon triple is over dust. Yeah. Don't check about the 2.9 GHz. Check about the triple eight Snapdragon because it's good. Yeah. Better than that. Yeah. Memory is 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes, 12 gigabytes of RAM, and 512 gigabytes of Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra. Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra is 12 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes, 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes, then 12 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabytes micro SD card slot. Yep. And 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes for the Oppo Find X3 Pro. Yep. Software Android 11 MIUI for the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra. Yep. Then the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. It is Android 11 One UI, and the Oppo Find X3 Pro is Android 11 Color OS. Connectivity, I think all are same here. So three of them has Wi-Fi 800 2.11 by A by B by G by N by AC by AX by 6E, and Bluetooth 5.2, GPS, and same camera. All are different. For the camera for the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, it has the back secondary display. We'll talk about that in just a moment, as I told before. So Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra has a triple camera setup, which is 50 megapixel, 48 megapixel, 48 megapixels, and apertures f by 2.0 and f by 4.1 by f by 2.2 respectively. 20 megapixels f by 2.2 front camera for the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra. So when we talk about the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, it is quad camera setup, 108 megapixels, 10 megapixels, 12 megapixels, and 10 megapixels. F by 1.8 by f by 4.9 by f by 2.2 by f by 2.4 respectively. 40 megapixel for the f by 2.2 front camera, and for the Oppo Find X3 Pro is the quad 50 plus 50 megapixel, then 30 megapixel, 50 megapixel, 3 megapixel, then f by 1.8 by f by 2.4 by f by 2.2 by f by 3.0, respectively 32 megapixel and f by 2.4 front camera aperture. So battery is, yep, for the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra and the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra is same for the battery capacity, which is 5000 mAh, and fast charging 67 watt, and fast wireless charging is 67 watt. So in battery, Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra is beating, yeah, the Samsung and the Oppo. 5000 mAh, fast charging 25 watt, and wireless charging is 15 watt for the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. The Oppo Find X3 Pro is 4500 mAh, fast charging 65 watt, fast wireless charging 30 watt. So as I've told before only two times, additional features, dual SIM, for the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra we'll talk about. Yep. Dual SIM slot, 5G, reverse wireless charging 10 watt, IP68 waterproof secondary rear display. Then the dual SIM slot, 5G, reverse wireless charging 10 watt, IP68 waterproof, and with the S Pen for the S21 Ultra. For the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, it has secondary rear display as told before. So example for this one, you can see the camera right over here. So um yeah, you can see the camera. So for example, for the um for the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, the camera will be right over here, this much, and then here one small place will be there, which is the secondary display for the Xiaomi 11 Ultra. So let's continue with the review and comparison. So for the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, as told before, it's with the S Pen. That's all the difference. Yeah. Then the 10 watt, yeah, 10 watt, and everything is same for everything, all the three. And the Oppo Find X3 Pro is dual SIM slot, 5G, water resistance, IP68, reverse wireless charging. And let's continue, go ahead. So when we talk about the design of these three flagships, yep, all the designs are good. We just need the most beautiful design. You need to go for the Oppo Find X3 Pro. So in my honest opinion. And it's clean and incredibly elegant design. And it's made with a process lasting 40 hours of involving high temperature up to 700 degrees Celsius in order to make the back glass full of curves and without interruptions. The handset also comes in the special leather variant called the Cosmic Mocha. And on the other hand, the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra is made up of the very premium materials, including the ceramic back, and but it's definitely less attractive with that huge camera module. And yeah, so when we have finished up with the design between these three, just a moment. Yeah, when we talk about the display between these three, all of these devices are equipped with the astonishing display with the which earns the A plus vote from the display mage. And they feature quad HD plus resolutions and they can show up to 1 billion colors, and they even come with the adaptive refresh rates that thanks to the LTPO technologies. And you should not make your choice by evaluating the display since the differences are marginal. And I finished up with display specs and the softwares between these. So, even on the hardware side, these devices are very similar. They are all flagships with the best hardware department you can expect in the 2021, with the exception of the European variant of the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, which runs the Exynos to 2100, which is not that good, but they are all powered by the Snapdragon 888 mobile platform with the paired with the UFS 3.1 native storage. And the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra is one of only one to offer a memory configuration with the 16 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes of the native storage, with others stop at the 12 gigabytes RAM and 250 gigabytes of internal storage. And when we talk about the camera, right over here, you can see the camera written here. So when we talk about the camera here, so there are a lot of things to say about the cameras on these handsets. They're all impressive camera phones, and it is hard to say which one is literally the best. And according to the DxO Mark, the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra is best camera phone out there, but the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra has better zoom capabilities with its 10x optical zoom that we will be talking later on in this video or in this live stream. The Oppo Find 3 Pro offers better macro performance thanks to its 3 MP micro lens, spotting up to 60x, 60 times magnifications. With the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, you can shoot selfies with the rear cameras thanks to the secondary display on the rear side, as told before, on the rear side of the camera, rear side of the screen display near to the camera. Each device has its pros and cons, but each is an amazing camera phone. So next is the battery for these three phones. Right over here, you can see battery. So battery, if we talk, it's yeah good. You should not notice huge differences even when it comes into the battery life. The Oppo Find X3 Pro should be the most disappointing one since it has a smaller 4500 mAh battery, but the advantage of this phone is that the fact that it has more compact device. The Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra and the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra have similar specifications in terms of the energy consumption, the same battery capacity. But with the Mi 11 Ultra, you get the highest charging speed and the charging watt, which is 67 watt, whereas the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra is around 25 watts. So, according, we have done the specs. Now pricing is done. It's left battery. Talked about already. Now this is the price. So when we talk about the price, you can find the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, and the Oppo Find X3 Pro in the global market with the price ranging from the Euro 1100 dollar 1300 to Euro 1200 dollar 1413. Price may vary depending on the region where you stay or live. At least until we tested every device thoroughly, we cannot establish a winner for this comparison. The Oppo Find X3 Pro has the best design. Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra comes with the most interesting camera department, and Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra is one of the most which supports the S20 S Pen, and each one has its advantage and disadvantage, and one to go for depends on your actual needs. Which one would you pick? Let me know in the comment section below. And let's talk about the pros and cons of these three devices. So I'm going to show it right now on the screen, the pros and cons. Yep. Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra versus Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra versus the Oppo Find X3 Pro pros and cons. So when we talk about the pros and cons, it's here right away. Pros is that S Pen is supported for the S21 Ultra, 10 times optical zoom as told before, an amazing front camera, selfie cameras, which even it has eSIM also. But the bad thing that Exynos chipset is there in the Europe. It's like not that good processor, but Snapdragon 888 is one of the best processor when we come to the smartphone line. So when we talk about the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, it has a rear display, a secondary display next to the camera on the back, and amazing design, fast charging, and Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra is the latest flagship, and after the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, amazing rear cameras, IR blasters, which is a blaster, and IR means infrared, and infrared. And the thing is that it's bad, right? Inferior front camera. It's inferior. The front camera is inferior, and Oppo Find X-Ray Pro is that it's amazing design, similar to the similar the same pros for the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra and the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, and it has the innovative micro lens camera as per the specification on some of the specs, and then eSIM is also there, similar to the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, and it is more compact. The bad thing that it has a smaller battery. So smaller battery means the capacity is 4500 milliampere hour compared to the other two flagships. Yes. So the specification according to these flagships in India, I'm going to say. So when we compare it to the India version, it is Oppo Find X3 Pro is 70,999 rupees, with the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra is 82,325 rupees in Amazon's three, and Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra is around 60,000 rupees. Yep, it's good. The price in the India is like so let's talk about these three comparisons, these three flagships in brief. So, a few days ago or a few weeks ago, the Chinese company Xiaomi unveiled the Mi 11 Ultra, which is a flagship smartphone with amazing specs with many other features, unique features, and many did not expect the smartphone to be a lot of competition, but it is in the leading positions. So I have already compared the three most innovative flagships running the Android version, the Mi 11 Ultras, Galaxy S21 Ultra, and the Find X3 Pro. So Xiaomi, Samsung, and the Oppo. So if you're looking for the design, let's talk about again. So I already said if you're looking for the smartphone, it is with a beautiful design. Choose a device from the Oppo. It is presented with the Cosmic Mocha display. All flagships feature the beautiful display, which receive an A+ rating from the display experts. Quad HD plus quality with the LTPO technologies. And then the specification: 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of internal storage for the Xiaomi. S21 Ultra comes with 16 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes of internal storage. And they are all powered by the 808E8 chipset from the Qualcomm Snapdragon. All these three flagship cameras are very good. I like it. But one thing is that battery capacity is S21 Ultra and Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, and 5000 milliamp per hour. But overall for the battery, Xiaomi is the winner. It's like Xiaomi just killed Samsung. So thank you so much for watching this live stream or the video, and I will catch you in the next video or the next live stream. Goodbye.